Halloween. Happy Halloween. It's Jen again.
And Jam Pop behind the camera.
Behind the scenes.
I'm lazy today.
We're back with the King Family Cookbook. And since it is October, we decided we'd tackle a pumpkin recipe on page 226, Aunt Phyllis's German pumpkin bread. And this is truly a King Family recipe because it makes a lot. It makes 3 full-size loaves and 1 little small loaf, little half loaf. So we're making that right now.
And Phyllis is our only
Still living
surviving member
of
that generation, married to my mom's youngest brother,
Yeah.
Billy.
Yeah. Well, not anymore. Now she's married to a German guy named Hans.
Yes.
And they've been married for a while and they're happy and just still on the move. So we're going to make her German pumpkin bread today. We're gonna start with our wet ingredients. So I'm gonna dump 2 cans of pumpkin mix in here. I do need a spoon. So we've got our 2 cans of pumpkin in there. We're gonna put 1 cup oil, dripping all the way over. And 4 eggs. It's not nearly as fun without you in it.
Well, I could.
2 cans of pumpkin, 1 cup oil, 4 eggs, and now 3/4 of a cup of water. And we're gonna start mixing our wet ingredients. I'm hoping this is big enough because this looks like it's gonna be a really big, a lot of bread dough. And while that's mixing, I'm gonna put in some baking soda, 1 teaspoon. All right, 1 teaspoon baking soda. 1.5 teaspoons cinnamon, which doesn't seem like enough to me, considering how big this recipe is. So I'm gonna do.
You can tell we don't use much
I'm gonna
cinnamon.
do a little extra, yeah. There we go, 1.5 cinnamon. And then we're going to throw in 1/2 teaspoon nutmeg. Oh, I love nutmeg. We sprinkle it on top of our eggnog.
Growing up, I guess we never had it any other way than scraping it on a little scraper. You know, it looks like a little round.
Nutmeg, the
Yeah,
whole nutmeg.
the whole little, and just scrape it on top of the
So good.
eggnog.
1 teaspoon salt.
I would like to make eggnog from scratch sometime.
Well, you know, Great Uncle Jim's got a recipe in here that we need to cook.
Okay.
Well, not cook, it's hardly cooking, but. So those are our spices. We're gonna go ahead and just mix that in. Our 1 teaspoon salt, 1/2 teaspoon nutmeg, 1.5 teaspoon cinnamon, and 1 teaspoon baking soda. And I'll just mix that in, and then we'll go ahead and get to our other dry ingredients. The next step, 3 cups of sugar. Wrong one. This is gonna be really good. We're actually having a little family dinner tonight, so we're gonna send people off up there with some bread.
And I don't mean money.
With some dough, yeah. 2.
It's wonderful here. It's like 73 degrees.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
You can tell the sun is in a different location,
It's definitely fall.
lower in the sky.
Yeah, it's fall. And in Salt Lake, it's beautiful, except for that, as much as I love fall, it's a sign of things to come, of like the cold dark. And
That some of us like.
yeah, because you don't have to actually go out in it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna mix our sugar in here, and then we're gonna do 3.5 cups flour. Start on that right now. Did I just do 3 cups of sugar?
I hope.
I really hope I didn't put in the extra 1/2 cup on the sugar.
I could stop this
And go back
and go back and look right
I mean,
now.
there's nothing I can
don't
do
think
about
you
it.
did a half, but
Okay, good.
what's a 1/2 cup of sugar here and
We've
there?
already put 3 in. It's okay. It'll be great. I'm gonna gonna let this slowly start to kind of like mix that in so it doesn't come flying out. There we go, get that in. 1 cup walnuts, 1 cup chocolate chips, and we mixed all of our chocolate chips together because we had a couple of smaller bags of things. So we've got minis and regular milk, which we never buy milk chocolate. We always get semi-sweet, but we had it. Anyone dressing up for Halloween? What are you going as? Halloween's huge for me. I do a big costume every year. Right, Dad?
Oh yeah, we always have.
Last year I was Braveheart.
I won as a young kid, even just contest after contest with church and school.
I always win the contest. A couple of years ago I dressed up as Post Malone. If you don't know who that is, look it up. And I won the costume contest at work for that. Alright, so I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna scrape down the edges and then we're gonna throw in our chocolate chips and our walnuts, and this is gonna be amazing. We've got the oven set to 350, and we've got all of our loaf pans here already greased. And so let me go ahead and get a spatula, scrape that down, and we'll throw in the rest. Our final ingredients: 1 cup walnuts and 1 cup. The recipe calls for raisins. I do not like raisins, so I substituted chocolate chips. All right, we are ready to go. So I'm just gonna kind of pour a little bit into each. Make sure we've got enough for each. I need to move my spatula. Thanks, Dad. This is gonna be delicious.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah.
I can't tell a lie, I tasted the batter. It's pretty darn good.
Pretty delicious.
1, 2, 3, and a baby loaf out of that one recipe. Thank you, Phyllis. There they are.
There they are. Because the baking times are going to vary, so the little one, we're going to set the timer for 45 minutes to pull that one out, and then add 10 more minutes for the big ones.
At 350.
350. All right, here's all of our, that's a lot of pumpkin bread. And like I said, we've got family over that we're gonna send them home with, but we have to taste it, right? It's still hot. It just came out. You want me in the picture?
I don't know.
It's really good. It's really good. Normally I don't like to throw like nuts and walnuts in my quick breads, but I'm really liking the walnuts in it and the chocolate, which was a replacement. So here you guys go. Dad, do you want to taste?
Yeah.
Okay. It's hot. Here. Thoughts?
Oh, it's really moist. It's good. Very good. Thanks,
Aunt
Phyllis.
Phyllis's pumpkin bread.